Hello and good morning, beautiful family. Happy Thursday. It is May the 15th, 2025. We're going to find out how we're doing, what we should be focusing on. Okay, so we're a little tired, but we're focusing on the Divine Creator. That's good. Been manifesting for our futures and for our families. Page of Swords. Waiting for information. For in the future, Nine of Pentacles, to have abundance and independence. Full card, keep on keeping on. Avoid temptations and avoid negative thoughts in your mind. Okay, avoid drama, walk away from things that might be upsetting your vibe, so to speak. Walk away, take a break. If your focus is on financial issues right now, breathe, meditate, don't surrender. All right, gift is coming. This is all gift. It's coming. Same message, different day. But obviously that's where the energy is. Okay. Let's ask our soul. What are we focusing on today? This Thursday. $48. Tune into your soul. And you can do this by doing your meditations. This is going within. Walking away and taking that break. 14. Gain a new perspective. Sometimes you need to walk away from a situation, change things up, and look at it from a different point of view. And 23. How can you serve? Now this is about humanitarian. Don't worry about the tangible, physical money right now. Think about the more spirituality of humanity and how you want to create that beautiful world that you want to live in. All right. Mystic Journey. A mystery. There's a lot of mysteries out there where you don't understand, but we're still trying to learn. It's a mystery of when this stuff is going to happen. There's your abundance. The mystery of the abundance. Growth. Continue working on your inner growth and your spirituality. We can't control finances or anything about it right now other than the manifestation part. So work on yourself, work on your spirituality, and the more you work on that and your frequency and manifestation of what you're putting out to the universe, that helps bring it in a lot faster. We are making progress. I don't want you to get discouraged. Let's see what LeClaire has to say. 14 is the fox. All right, this is being clever. It's a warning. All right, there's lots of tricksters out there, so be aware. And selfishness. 27 is a letter. We are waiting for news, messages, communication. Well, that's a given. Number 9 is a bouquet. That gift, that 6 of Cups that we got, that's gift giving. Joy, happiness. It's coming. Every time we look at these, it kind of gives you an idea that it's the same message. I know it sounds like that I just repeat the same thing every day. I just give you what the Divine Spirit gives me. Okay, you really want this card. Gossip and rumors. So, there's a lot of that stuff too. This is where your discernment comes in. Things that you hear, take them with a grain of salt. And everything is allegedly, including what I tell you. Here's your finances. That bull is always a representation of riches and wealth because it's the symbol that they use for like the stock market, and that's what it always interprets for me. Ballerina, this still is about discipline and focusing. Okay, staying focused on the same thing. If you're all over the place, take a little time to meditate to get your mind focused. Double-edged sword, cutting out injustice, conflict, and aggression, and a breakthrough. I like the breakthrough. That 8 of Cups that we got in tarot is a representation of cut out things that are not fitting your life. Well, we all have them. They're in different forms. Whether it's people, things, decluttering your life is important. There's your golden egg. New life emerging. The potential within. Change is around the corner. It's all about new beginnings. All right. We'll take that. All right. Yes, wings. Okay. He said, hold on that. He said, bring Calaveras. All right. I just work here. "13 is the eye. It's a representation of getting that new perspective. Sometimes we're not seeing it clearly. We need to change our position. Number 11 is the feather. Go easier on yourself using a lighter touch. And being gentler on yourself. Have a little more mercy and grace for yourself. I think yesterday we got the feather and a representation that your guardians use feathers to get your attention. So if you see these little feathers floating around and landing, they're communicating with you. Number 2 is the moon. This is all about, it could be a dream state. Moon energies are really, really strong right now. Use your discernment because these energies can cause a lot of confusion. And there's a lot of illusion out there. That's why your discernment is very, very important. Your numbers on these are 13, 11, and 2. And we have the fish back, 28. That is always your reminder. Just keep swimming. You're doing fine. Just keep on keeping on. I know you're probably tired of hearing the same message, but guys, this is how it is. All right, what's the vibe? distance, separation. That Eight of Cups, they're still emphasizing walking away from negative energy. If they're in your life all the time, all they do is suck the living daylights out of you. And if they're under your roof, it's very, very hard to do. As soon as you can, try to distance yourself. Maybe in some situations it might be permanently. Epiphany, self-reflection, answered questions, untapped talents. That's going into that meditation, those hidden secrets, and your spiritual gifts, the potential you have within. It takes meditation and prayer. It takes focus. It takes discipline. It takes cutting out a lot of the distractions, especially the negative ones. Excuse me, time. Delay, procrastination, too busy. Now, this is always a balance of your time, making sure that you're not running the rat race so hard that you forget to stop and focus on prayer. When was the last time you said hello to your divine creator? Just to have a chit chat. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Divine creator just wants to hear from his kids. Okay. This is also an emphasis on we're watching the clock, and it always seems like there's delays and they keep putting it off. There's reasons for this. We may not understand it now, but later, in hindsight, we'll be able to see it. Lust. So this is cutting out greed and understanding coven, meaning if you have a desire to always keep up with the Joneses, I want what everyone else has, then we need to learn that this is not a competition of who has fancier, bigger, and better things. And you get so wrapped up into yourself, you forget about everybody else who may be worse off than you are. So these are some of the mindsets that may need some correcting. It could be causing delays because people's minds aren't completely on humanity. Now, that's not saying that you can't take care of yourself. Of course you can. But greed is a real thing. Yeah, so try not to covet what your neighbors have. I mean, that's a 10 commandment. It's not about bigger and better and fancier and flashier watches and homes and things like that. It's about, God always promised to provide what you need. And it's okay to spoil yourself every once in a while, but this isn't a competition. Addicted, unsound. Break the cycle of addiction. Healing, step forward. Now, addictions can come in all different types of forms, whether it's a physical thing or it's just lifestyle changes. Are you ready to adjust and give up certain things? Now, we have been told that the med beds will cure addictions if your mind and your heart is ready to break it. Seems very surreal. Okay, clues to the inner world. Dreams present beloved. That means your dream state is very, very important right now. You did get the moon today. A lot of people are getting messages through their dreams. Pay attention to them, even if they sound crazy, don't make any sense. Try to remember it and write it down, even if it's just a few words. Focus. Embrace the challenges that propel you forward. This is focus, discipline. They make you stronger. They ain't killed you yet. They will make you stronger. Secure and serendipity. Find the perfect timing. Quantum abundance. There you go. You have a watch. You have the clock. This is about security, serendipity, finding the perfect timing. This is all about God's timing. It's a great reminder from the Creator this morning. It's about Him and His plan. Okay. Wings wants to do future predictions. Some possible headlines and things to come, whether they happen in an hour or a week or a month. Spirit's beyond space and time, and it's never easy to predict. So they just kind of give you a roundabout idea of what to look for. Rulership handover. There's a lot of this going on in the world right now. Mr. Trump is out on his world tour. You'll see a lot of countries really doting over him. It's because he was in control. Maybe he's handing control back over, but then you're going to see a lot of this go back and forth. A lot of elections going on around the world. Pay attention to them, whether they're legit and legal or not. It's all about exposure. Public life burnout. Wings is showing me like a lot of Hollywood or music or people that are in the spotlight all the time. You may start to hear stories about their retirement or they're going away, or maybe they have a mysterious illness because that's their story. They're going to say, I'm just burnt out, I'm tired, but we really know that they're probably at a spa. All these things are happening globally, so it's not just concentrated. I'm in the U.S., but that's where generally the energy comes in. But that's because everybody has their eyes on what happens with the U.S., and then it has a ripple effect. But what we're about to experience is global. Has a great outcome. Cyclone and damage. So we're still watching storms, whether they're man-made or all natural. Let's watch. I know that we're coming up in hurricane season as well. Tornadoes are still very prevalent. So let's pay attention to weather. But I also get this can be metaphorically, the storm is upon us. And if you understand what I mean by that, to explain it. All right. Let's figure out your cuddle buddies, spirit animals that'll guide you through your day. Speaking of one, just came in, Mr. Liren. As a reminder, if you're part of our humanitarian group, we will have a meeting later today at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I will send those invitations out probably 15-20 minutes before the meeting. Number 15 is the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. Number 32 is the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. It's kind of relinquish control. Be guided for once. Number 13 is the kitty cat. Claim your independence. And boy, don't we know that cats do not care what anybody else thinks. They do their own thing. It's called sovereignty. All right. That's a good group of animals. All right. Let's do some math with our tokens and see what symbols we get today. handful of them today. 83 is the cross. 54 is the dog. There's a road is 138. Oh, we have a telephone is 49. And a little bird in the hand is 33. All right. So 83 being the cross is a representation of sacrifice. We've had to sacrifice a lot in our lives to get where we're at. Especially when it comes to sacrificing friends and family who think we're crazy, right? There may be more of that down the road because you become a target, especially if you're going to be abundant or you're in this community growing on your spirituality. A lot of people think you're crazy. All right, 138 is this open road, empty road, feeling lost, desolation, alone. Well, it could be from the sacrifices that you've had to make to, they've walked away from you because they think you're nuts. You may feel a little alone right now. You're not. If you're in this community, you are not alone. Even if you're not, I mean, obviously you're here, so you are, but think about you always have God. You always have God. You're never alone. All right. 54 is the dog, and this is just about loyalty and making sure that the people that you hang out with are truly loyal to you, even when you are and when you do sound crazy. All right. 33 is the bird in the hand. And appreciate what you have. Have gratitude. We can't possibly graduate to having more abundance if we are losing focus on not appreciating what we have right now. Okay. And 49 is the telephone. I know you're going to attach it to a 1-800 number, aren't you? Waiting for a call or a message. Spirit's recognizing where you're at. They know. Now, we're supposed to call them, but it can represent the number, so to speak. Okay. All right, so those are tokens. So that's 83, 49, 33, 54, and 138. Now let's do your buttons. Tomorrow's reading will be for kind of the whole weekend because I introduce or do the 80s deck. All right. I have 3 today. Wow. Our needle and thread is back. It's number 48. What do we have here? A little kid blowing a bubble, 59. And number 6, fancy dress and a top hat. All right, let's start with our little kid blowing bubbles here. This is childlike. Chew on something for a while. Think long and hard about it. Bubble is about to burst. Ooh, interesting. I don't know that we've ever had that button before. So do some extra long thinking. Like your plans. Think it through. Don't make knee-jerk reactions. But something's about to pop off. 48 is the needle and thread, and that's always a representation that if there's mending to do in your life, work on that, especially yourself. If you need to heal yourself for any traumas or, forgiveness, mercy, and grace goes a long way. Start with yourself, and then you can start mending everything else. Sometimes you're still releasing them and letting them go, cutting ties, but you can still mend the heart by doing forgiveness. Number 6 is the fancy dress and the top hat, and this is a representation dressed for a special occasion and getting new clothes. Well, somebody gonna ringy-dingy a telephone and ask you on a fancy date, and it might just be to a bank. You never know. All right, guys. That is your message for this Thursday. I hope you get a blessing out of it. For those in the humanitarian group, I will see you later this afternoon. In the meantime, the rest of you, I will see you in the morning for Friday's message. and the roundtable, which I will be hosting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Until then, y'all have a blessed day. Remember, God loves you, and so do I.